Today we are looking at another watch from Vario. Today we're looking at specifically the Empire Salmon Tuxedo. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase and this is All Things Random, mostly watch reviews with some random stuff sprinkled in between. Guys, I understand that maybe the videos are coming kind of later than normal. I have a whole table full of watches. Sadly, I've had some tragedy in my family lately, and I've been kind of working through that. So because of that, I'm trying to get back on track. So just give me a little bit of time and we'll get there. Anyway, this is a watch from Vario. I love Vario. I've been there for a long time with Vario. Vario was one of the first watch companies to reach out to me when my channel was extremely small. I love what they're doing with their watches, and I do love what they did with this one specifically. If you're here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Give me a like, hit the notification bell, and as always, the details first, then my opinion at the very end. The Vario Empire Salmon Tuxedo. One of the things I like the most about Vario is the fact that they put everything in like a travel case. This is super important if you are someone who loves watches and travels a lot. It means you can always bring at least one more watch with you, because then you'd have one on your wrist and one to travel. This, I think, is amazing because they're ditching the big display boxes for something that's slightly more practical. Now here's the Vario in hand. It is quite a beautiful watch. I love what Vario is doing. This is not the first, and this is not the last watch I plan on reviewing from them. Beautiful texture on the dial. I'll get some up closes here in just a minute. Now, the case of this is 316, solid 316L stainless steel. It does have multi-levels of finishing. You can see on the bezel right here. It is high polished. It's high polished along the top, and it has vertical brushing along the sides that jut down into the lugs. On the back, it does have an etched Empire State Building, because this is Empire, and this does have 50 meters of water resistance. Basic measurements of this watch: 38 millimeters in diameter, a 46 lug to lug, so it's actually going to wear quite nicely on the wrist. Thickness of 11.5, and it does have a strap width or lug width of 20 millimeters. The leather strap itself is beautiful. This is a vintage Italian style leather strap, and it is made with German leather. Vario has always offered very high quality straps on their watch. I could do a shameless plug for Chase Straps, chasestraps.com. Link down in the description if you want another type of high quality leather strap. Also all offered in 20 millimeters. But Vario does a damn good job with their leather straps already that it doesn't need to be replaced. Even though this is a much more affordable watch, they really do excel in things like the leather strap. Inside the watch is a Seiko VK64 Mega Quartz movement. So you hit the pusher right here at the 2 o'clock position, and that center counting second hand on the chronograph ticks at about 5 ticks a second. Now it gives you a mechanical feel of the watch, but this thing is fully quartz. It's a Mega Quartz, but it's a quartz movement, so it has all the reliability of a quartz movement, all the accuracy of a quartz movement, but it gives you that mechanical feel when you hit that pusher. Then it resets at the 4 o'clock position. Now, the subdials on this, you have the center counting second hand, which gives you the seconds. This subdial over here at the 9 o'clock position gives you a count up for 1 hour. And this subdial right over here at the 3 o'clock position is actually a 24-hour marker. Now, the dial on this watch is quite beautiful. You can tell it has texturing in the center. You can tell that it has a multi-layered dial with several steps. And that beautiful salmon sheen just looks absolutely amazing, to include the metallic sheen off the subdials. This is truly a nice, dressy watch that you can wear in a suit out for cocktails, and people are going to compliment this watch so much. It's just quite beautiful. Now, this thing does have a piece of dead flat sapphire crystal with air undercoating, so anti-reflective undercoating. And again, it does have 50 meters of water resistance. You don't have to worry at all about this thing being water resistant. It does not have a screw down crown. Pull it out all the way into the outer position, and you can go ahead and change the time. everything functions quite nicely. This thing does not have a date function, which is not necessary. The chronograph itself is, again, quite beautiful. I've already explained that. The Empire is offered in several different colors. I chose this color wave simply because not a whole lot of people actually review salmon dials, and I love what they did with the black and salmon. Very great with the contrast, very beautiful. Let's go ahead and toss this thing on my 7¼ inch wrist. Now here's the watch on my 7¼ inch wrist. You can see this thing fits quite nicely on the wrist. The diameter of 38 millimeters is not too small and it's not too big. In fact, I always say the perfect size for the standard average wrist is actually going to be anywhere from 38 to 40, and this thing is 38. The lug to lug of 46 actually fits quite comfortable, and you can see that beautiful German leather strap just hugs the wrist so comfortably. Now, I will leave a link to Vario's main website. Specifically, I will link the one for this one, but they have so many good watches in their catalog. You're never going to be disappointed. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Now, I'm a huge fan of the way the dial is multi-layered. I love the guilloche finishing in the center of the dial. I love the metallic, shiny subdials. I love the raised chapter ring along the outside. I think the watch is done very, very nicely. If the salmon dial with the black, the salmon tuxedo dial is not for you, they have several other options right here if you're interested in this one specifically. Now, like I said already, Vario has a lot of watches in their catalog, and I love what they're doing. And they are not a watch company that homages other watches. They truly create their own designs, their own spin, their own twist on their own brand. Now, this watch comes in at just over $300, which I think is great. It comes with solid 316L stainless steel, sapphire crystal, a Seiko VK64 Mega Quartz movement. And again, for those people out there, the Mega Quartz movement I think is a great movement because it is a set it and forget it watch, but it gives you all the mechanical feel when you hit that pusher at the 2 o'clock position. And it doesn't have a ticking subdial seconds. Now, I know there's a few of my subscribers out there that want that ticking second for the subdial, but a lot of people don't want it because they want the feel of the mechanical timepiece and the accuracy of the quartz. This, I think, is a great option. On the wrist, my 7¼ inch wrist, it fits very nicely. 38 millimeters is a perfect size for this watch, especially a dress style watch, which is what this is. It would look great in a tuxedo. It would look great in a suit. It'd look great going out on the town. And you want something that's smaller on the wrist that can slip underneath the cuff. I think this is a home run. The only thing that I can see that would be an issue is if the salmon tuxedo, that salmon and the black isn't for you, but they do offer other colors. The only thing. I don't get my hands on a lot of salmon dials. I'm glad I was able to for this. Again, link down below in the description. If you're still here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Once again, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really does help the channel. I do apologize again for the sporadic uploads. I'm trying to be more consistent, but life comes at you fast sometimes, and you have to know when to swing, and sometimes you swing and you miss. Do me a favor, hit the notification bell so that you guys can be notified when I drop all the next videos. Until next time.